not only are the Western Conference teams fighting for position to be in the play-in versus not in the play-in, Josh, but that Eastern Conference, which our hometown team will a 31-point way to the Los Angeles Clippers on Sunday, is in a battle 2 through 6. Listen, I don't know how the hell this is all going to shake out. Everybody's within like a half a game. I can't even begin to predict who's going to play when. There's going to be a lot of strategy going on because not only do these teams have to win, a lot of these teams are playing each other.
Yeah, tonight we've got the Boston Celtics taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, which I don't know what's going on with the Milwaukee Bucks. They've lost to Washington, Toronto, Memphis, and New York, and now they have to come back and play the Boston Celtics tonight. Tomorrow, they have to host the Orlando Magic. Then on Thursday, the New York Knicks play the Boston Celtics in Boston. And then on Friday, the Indiana Pacers play the Cleveland Cavaliers in Cleveland. So, yeah, the Eastern Conference is just going to be like cannibalistic, if you will, this week. And
it's gonna be a lot of gamesmanship to see who wants to play where on both sides of the conference.
The Western Conference is super interesting, though, because especially that top three, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, Denver, are all within a game of each other. And I'll tell you this, I think the team that needs the number one seed the most is the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know I'm wearing Minnesota Timberwolves, but we don't know when Karl Anthony Towns is going to be back for them. So I don't know if they need the number one seed.
Sounds like it could be start of the playoffs, though, from what I've heard.
Okay. So you could make an argument that getting the number one seed and having that extra time off would be valuable for them. But I really believe it's the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, let me say this. It's not a time off issue. Everybody starts at the same time. It's a home court advantage issue.
Well, no, the teams that have the number one seed would play on the 21st rather than the 20th to give the play-in tournament team to get up to where they need to go.
So 7 and 8 will be on Tuesday, 9 and 10 will be on Wednesday. Then the two winners will be Thursday, Friday. So the Thursday 7 seed will play the 2 seed Saturday. And then obviously the 8 seed will play the 1 seed on Sunday. A 1 game difference or a 1 day difference is not the end of the world. It's more about home court advantage. And I don't care who gets home court advantage because as long as Denver's healthy and now that Jamal Murray's back, no one's beating them in a 7-game series.
I agree. And speaking of that, we've got a very interesting game tonight because the Warriors are playing the Lakers. And those two teams are fighting each other.
Well, Golden State, not really. Golden State's going to be in the 10. They may make it up to the 9, but no matter what, they're going to be in that 9-10 game. It is way more important for the Lakers. The Lakers could either be the 9, they could be the 10, or they could be the freaking 6. And the question is, this is the argument, and I could hear both sides of it. If you're the Lakers, do you theoretically look at the standings, and do you want to try to match up? It would be very difficult to do. But if you could help yourself, do you want Denver round 1?
Hell no.
No, because listen, though, here is the argument, and it is somewhat of a valid argument. We just talked about Jamal Murray is coming back, but he's coming back slowly. You're not going to get a full Jamal Murray in round 1. I think Denver's most feared opponent would be in round 1. The other argument is, if you're the Lakers, you have a bunch of old veteran players, LeBron and AD, obviously the main 2 guys. Especially with AD's injury history and with LeBron's recent history of running out of gas because he has to carry everybody on his team early in the playoffs. By the time he gets to Denver, he'd be exhausted. Don't you just want to take your shot at him round 1? That will be the healthiest you will be and the most injured they will be and the most fresh you will be the entire playoffs.
No way. If I'm the Lakers, I want no part of the Denver Nuggets In
So you don't want to take your shot at them right out of the gate when they are vulnerable. You'd rather wait till they're healthy and they get some rest after sweeping somebody in the second round. You got to go play 6 or 7 games against the Clippers or whoever, like it was Golden State last year.
um if I'm the Lakers, I'd rather face Minnesota or Oklahoma City in round 1 cuz those would be like preferable matchups. Like Anthony
They, they
Davis would have
they
his way.
are preferable matchups, but then after that, you'd have to go for another one, and then you got to get to Denver. You're exhausted by that point.
You're not wrong. So I do see your argument, but we've seen what happens when Denver plays the Lakers. Denver finds a way late in the game to win. And I get it. Like the Lakers had an opportunity in all 4 games of the Western Conference Finals last year. It's not like those games were blowouts, despite it being.
No, the Lakers had a chance in every game going into the fourth quarter, and Denver just pulled away. And by the way, Reggie Jackson has been a hell of a backup point guard for them.
Yeah,
They don't miss a beat with Jamal Murray. I mean, the team that I saw at Ball Arena in Denver on Easter against our hometown Cavs, I'm telling you, in a 7 game series, I don't know if anybody can beat that team. I don't think Boston could beat them. I don't think Milwaukee could beat them. I think that they just have the perfect combination when they are healthy of dominant star, the best star player that has never made an all-star team in the NBA, Jamal Murray, who didn't even play in that game, plus the bench depth of guys like Aaron Gordon, a KCP, a Reggie Jackson, a Christian Braun. So many
Michael
different
Porter Jr.
Michael Porter. By the way, Michael Porter, when he shoots and he doesn't miss, you can't beat him. I am convinced of that. If you get Michael Porter as your third best scorer, scoring 18 a night, you don't lose.
Yeah, I mean, the Nuggets are just that good. They if they were to play the Celtics in the finals, I think that would be a fantastic series. Boston would have home court advantage, but I still think Denver would win that series.
Bottom line here is the true test for the Celtics start in about a week.
Yeah, honestly, I heard this earlier on a video on YouTube. The, with the way the rest of the Eastern Conference is, the Celtics should just secede from the Eastern Conference because they have like a 15-game lead on second place Milwaukee right now. Like, it's a total joke.